Hey everybody, I'm giving everybody a few minutes to come in. Well, y'all catch me on the replay, I guess. Son of a bitch. Find a lay down, Dutch. Find a lay down, Dutch. I'm not going to tell you again. Find a lay down, Dutch. You want to go home? You want to go home? Dutch, you better lay down right now. Now. You have a hard time listening? Nah, don't worry. Anyways, I have something to be grateful for. Folks that have been getting on my channel and reacting and interacting through the chats. I'm really thankful. When I first started this channel, it was to walk through a situation where I was basically getting ready to get thrown out on my ass, become homeless. You know, going from a nice apartment to living in a tent, but I learned a lot of things from this situation. Number one, because I had a lot of hate and malice towards the people responsible for what happened to me in my situation, and for putting me in that situation. But it took quite a bit of time for me to wake up and realize that it was just God wanting to take me out of a bad situation to begin with and put me in a better place in life. You know, I had a boss that I'd worked for 20 years that turned around and stabbed me in the back, which caused me to lose my apartment in the first place. And in the growing up period, in the period where I was holding so much animosity and wanting to get payback and revenge and all that shit, I just realized that, and it made me come back to the passage in the Old Testament where, and if any of you is familiar with the Bible, remember when Joseph got sold into slavery, got kidnapped and sold into slavery to the Egyptians by his wicked brothers, and years later, just to make a long story short, years later, God put him up high, second in command to none other than Pharaoh himself, and his brothers, not knowing who he was, because there was a drought and a famine where they were staying, and they went to Egypt to find help. And uh, lo and behold, it was their brother Joseph, who they had years earlier sold into bondage to the Egyptians. And uh, boy, you talk about a person that had every right to want payback, to have every right to want retribution for that dirty shit. I thought my situation was some really low down shit. What Joseph went through was no cakewalk. I think he was in prison for 7 years. But anyways, when he finally revealed himself to his brothers, because they didn't recognize him at this time, I remember the quote, and I quote, it famously said in the Bible, "What you have meant for evil, God hath meant for good." And I applied that to the situation that I was going through and realized that's exactly what God did. My old boss was such a hypocrite and so contentious. He has pride, but he's got the wrong kind of pride. I've talked about this before in another video. There's two kinds of pride, just to put everything in a nutshell for you. Go back and watch my other videos. But the first kind of pride is the wrong kind of pride. It's the kind of pride where you can't admit you're wrong, and you can't say thank you because you can't believe anybody else can do good for you except you. You can't admit you're wrong. It'll never. It's the kind of pride that keeps you from growing and from being a better person. You know, and that was the type of man I dealt with for the last 20 years of my life. And some of the yahoos that he hired on top of me to work at times. One of them, both my old boss and I referred to as dipstick, because this dude was just absolutely slow-witted. You always had to go back over his work. He was arrogant as hell. He thought he knew everything, and really he didn't know shit. I remember he made fun of me one time. First day I came back to work for my boss in so many years. And he made fun of me for not having teeth. You know, that's a long story too. I lost my teeth because I drink nothing but pop. You know, and it decayed my teeth to where it was just easier to pull them than to do anything else. They is long gone. Well, this dude made fun of me for not having teeth, and I shot right back at him. You know, to you guys, to anybody that's ever had dirty shit, dirty words thrown at them, and they can smile and be mature about it and not lash back, my hat's off to you. I can't do that. I'm a redneck. You know, so I haven't grown in that area yet. But I told him, you know, his name is Ed. I said, Ed, without teeth, I'm still pulling ass. Matter of fact, I got me a blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl at home, waiting to, when I get home, she's going to have dinner for me. She had breakfast for me before I left work today. I said, where's your girlfriend? Ed? And you know what? He's just like my boss in the sense that he's got that kind of pride where he thinks everybody else's shit stinks but his. Everybody else is wrong but him. And no, them type of people, you just, they'll never grow. You know, they're stuck like Chuck. They'll never grow. The hypocritical thing about what he said to me that triggered me so bad was I might not have teeth, but dude, if I ever took a shot at this dude and posted his picture to you, this dude is butt ugly for one. Matter of fact, he's so ugly, I bet you the last time he had a piece of ass was when the toilet paper broke on him. But slowly but surely, I'm maturing. I'm growing out of this shit. Yeah, you can join. Just hit the join. Just hit the subscribe button. 1,000 aura. Thank you. By the way, guys, I want to thank you. I had somebody that helped me get subscribers on this channel, and turned out they was nothing more than a hypocrite. You know, and I checked that person, and then I blocked them. And a lot of my followers left because I did that to him. Whether he was in the right or wrong or not, it didn't matter to them. They was just following the leader. You know, sheep mentality. Folks that don't know how to think for themselves and shit like that. Well, it took me clear down from 98 subscribers clear down to 85, I think. It took a chunk out of what I was working so hard to build, this channel and all. Well, and then I told myself off camera, I was thinking, I'm not going to have anybody else promote me no more. I'll do my own promoting, you know, with the exception of you liking my videos and commenting and subscribing and sharing it with friends and family and co-workers and whatnot. But I'm clear up to 98. Hey, what's up, Miles? Sorry guys, this is either this phone or YouTube stuck on stupid. Yeah, you can just hit the subscribe button, guys. I'd love that. But I wanted to say thank you so much for the ones that subscribe and follow me. And I know I haven't been on a lot lately. Life just took a turn where I'm just busier than a tick on a hound. But I just wanted to thank you for that. And right now, as we speak, I'm at 99 subscribers. Help me hit that 100 mark. That'd be a turning point. And then from there, let's go for the 200 and the 300 and go on up. But I'm willing to take my time with this and build it the way I want it built. And I know I started this channel with me becoming homeless, and people was real interested in how I was surviving out in a tent and all that stuff. And that's fine and dandy, but you know, God really took me far. And He took me from a bad place and set my foot on high, so to speak. And I love Him for it. I appreciate Him, and I appreciate all y'all for following me, for subscribing, for sharing, for joining in these chats. Cool. Thank you so much. 1,000 aura. But now I want to try to take y'all to, or in a different direction with this channel. Something that's always been on my heart. I'll still do the survival stuff. Trust me, I'll still do it. If I get to 150 subscribers, so like and share, and get other people to join too. But if I get up to 150 subscribers, I'm going to take you out and do a friction fire with you. I'll walk you through the whole steps, how to pick the materials out, how to process them, and how to get a coal going and blow it to life in a bird's nest. Okay, so do me a favor and keep sharing, keep liking, participate in the chats. It really helps the algorithms and help me build this channel the way I want, not how somebody else wanted me to build it. Okay. And it's just mind-boggling, the person I had to block. Yes, join Aura. Whoever's in the chat, whoever else is listening to this, thanks for joining. And say hi, say something. It just helps the algorithms, because YouTube's pretty stupid. Unfortunately, it's the only platform I'm allowed on anymore. I got a lifetime ban on Facebook. I can't go on TikTok no more. Truth Social cock blocked me, and so did X. So this is the last stand right here. So I'm a redneck, man. I'm gonna say what I want. I don't have a filter on my mouth. So I'm gonna say what I want. And I don't give a shit if what I say butt hurts somebody. Get over it. But the direction I want to go with this channel is I want to start to get into some conspiracy stuff. Yes, I am a conspiracy theorist. There's a lot of rabbit holes I've been down and discovered truth of, and I want to share it with you guys. I want to help wake people up to the bullshit and the evil that this world. Did you subscribe, Aura? I don't know how to. I don't have a paid page yet. I gotta have 1,000 subscribers or more. But while I'm on here, I am going to address something that really doesn't make sense to me. This is my pup, by the way. This is Dutch. Look at that pretty baby. Dutch. Look, baby. Dutch. Hi, baby. That's my road dog right there. But anyways, I'm conservative, and a lot of the people I work with and interact with are liberals. There's some kind of a twisted thought process with the liberal mind nowadays. Trump is doing one hell of a job since he came back into office. I have never met, other than liberals, anybody on this planet that wants their house dirty and not clean. When when somebody breaks into your house or sneaks into your house, what do? Welcome them with open arms and go get them a beer, tell them to have a seat, and go make a pizza for them? No. You grab a gun or a ball bat or whatever you can get your hands on, and you expel that intruder. These illegal aliens, and yes, I know America's a melting pot of different nationalities, but the difference is those people came in legally. They knocked on the door and were invited in. With these illegals, they're the thief that I was just talking about that broke into your house. They need expelled. And they don't exactly have to be a murderer and a rapist and a child molester, sick-ass child molester and all that shit. You broke the law just by breaking in through the window. I'm doing okay, Aurora. Hey, M. Cled. Sorry I'm pronouncing these names wrong if I am. And then Trump talks about Epstein's list, and these liberals just don't understand how they just got played like an NBA basketball at a playoff. Sorry, I'm outside and I gotta pay attention to what's going on around me too. But he hollers about there is no Epstein list, and we know there is. But what did that do? That got they got the other side of the aisle screaming for the list now because they're curious to see if Trump's on it. He's not on it. If he is on it, don't you think they would have used it with all the shit they threw at him past 4 years during Joe Biden? Don't you think they would have thrown that out? That would have been the thing to sink Trump, is knowing he was on that pedophile island. You know why they didn't use it? Because there's none. There's nothing. But damn, did they fall for that trap. Dutch, what are you doing? So, and now, we not only got the right side of the aisle, but the left side of the aisle screaming for that list. It's 5th generation warfare. And they fell right into the trap. So, once again, when that list comes out, Trump's going to be vindicated. And then the bullshit's going to hit the wall. Because there's going to be senators, there's going to be statesmen, governors, mayors, kings, queens, aristocrats, actors, singers, whose names were on that list to go over to an island and fuck with kids. And then Trump sends in National Guard to help DC cops quell the crime rate that's there in DC. And you got these liberal Democrats defending crime. Who the fuck defends crime? Who the fuck wants the country that you're living in to fail? To me, that's a twisted thought process. I don't know about you, but I'd like my house. I want, and I do work towards my house being in order. Neat and clean. Who the fuck wants a dirty house? But these Democrats seem to, they don't want nothing cleaned up. They're the party of fuckery. It's the nicest way I can say it. And at the end of the day, and when this whole shit caboodle is done, the Democratic Party is going to cease to exist. They're the ones responsible for the race wars. They're the ones responsible for us going at each other's throats and fighting each other. That party is just about division, not unity. We're stronger when we're united. And the ones falling for this shit, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. You've been MK Ultra big time, and you just can't snap out of it. That's what you're doing, baby. He's being my guard dog. This dog right here, you'd have to be pure Apache to sneak up on him. These German Shepherds, the hype about him is all true. He's represented his breed so well. He's so smart, was so easy to train, loyal as hell. Yeah, that's why he gets spoiled with steak and egg dinners and chicken and rice, and I don't feed them that poisonous dog food shit. They're out to kill our four-legged friends too. If you don't believe that, then I got oceanfront property for you. Hi, M. Cled. How are you? Got some geese behind me going off, and this pup of mine, he don't like geese at all. Out of all the animals I've ever gotten him to get along with, rabbits, cats, and geese. He'll put up with a chicken before he will a geese for some reason. He don't like them. Quit. Hey, down now. Now, down, now, Dutch, don't move. He's just being a dog. You're just being a good boy, aren't you, baby? You're just being a good boy. Down. Don't move. He can be a knucklehead, but he's still my baby. So I think I might be at 100 now. So if that's the case, 100 subscribers, if that's the case, 50 more to go, guys, and we'll get a friction fire going. How's that sound? And when I get to 500 subscribers, I'll take a 3 or 4 day weekend and I'll go way out in the woods and we'll see. We'll do a weekend. We'll do a weekend of pure survival stuff. Shelter building, medicinal plant identification. We'll do another friction fire. Stuff like that. We'll do some snares and traps. So 500 is the goal. So help me. Like and share and comment, help the algorithms, because YouTube's stupid and all, and help me to grow this channel. Okay, I'm gonna grow it my way, and we're gonna go in a different direction. I'll still do the survival stuff because it's in me, and I love teaching that stuff anyways. I'm a firm believer in, if you know something that can help somebody else or help your fellow man and you withhold that information or knowledge, that's a travesty. You should always share something that's going to help somebody else. These are not only neat things to look at and see and learn, but they're lost arts and lost ways of life. Our forefathers, they were tough as nails, man. There wasn't no such thing as microwaves and lighters and shit. They wanted a fire, they had to rub sticks together, etc., etc. Uh, but man, we have just gone soft as far as a society here in America. We're just too spoiled. We're rich, you know, and we need to get back to basics. Because one of these times, the shit's gonna hit the fan, and you're gonna want to know this stuff. So it's interesting stuff to learn. I like teaching it. In between now and then, we'll try to baby step you into the conspiracy stuff and start teaching you some things. And I wanted to get out here. It's the first nice weekend in a long time. The temperatures are low. I can't hardly feel any humidity. A nice breeze, especially in the shade. I wanted to get my dog out and give him a chance to ground and just be a dog and enjoy outside. He's cooped up in an apartment. You know, he's a working class German Shepherd, and he's designed to run and exercise, man. And I feel bad about that, but there's nothing else I can do about the situation now, except give him as much outdoor time as I possibly can. And I'd like to save up for a GoPro. And this year, I would love to have a GoPro on and take you guys on a hunting trip with me. We'll go do some deer hunting. I'm gonna try to find somebody with private land I can do that with. And I'm an archery hunter. I love hunting with bows and arrows and shit like that. I use a crossbow now because my shoulders are kind of shot, and the crossbow makes it a little bit easier. But I'd like to start taking you on stuff like that, and I'm gonna need a GoPro to do something like that with. So I'll save up for something like that, and coming hunting season, we'll see if we can't get out into the woods together. And Dutch, have a lay down. Quit. You're nasty as hell, dude. Get over here. But we'll do that. And how about next weekend we start on some of this conspiracy theory stuff? We're gonna, I'm thinking I want to hit on these damn chemtrails and weather warfare. Just a little tidbit to get your whistle wet. So join me next week. But man has been manipulating the weather for at least 150 years now. We've had that technology for a very long time. And next week I'll bring I'll bring receipts. I'll prove everything I'm saying. You best get away, B. I'll prove everything I'm saying, and we're gonna start showing you that conspiracy theories are basically truths that people don't want to hear. The being called a conspiracy theorist to me is a badge of honor. Here's the difference between a conspiracy theory and the truth. And the difference is about 6 months. Stuff that guys like me have been spouting out for years, trying to wake up the population, are now starting to come out. They are no longer conspiracy theories. They're truths. Some of them are even hitting mainstream media. Fox News about a month ago did a whole segment on weather warfare and weather modifications. All 50 states of the Union have patents for weather modification facilities. They make the clouds, they direct tornadoes, hurricanes, they cause earthquakes, fires. This shit, you can't blame God no more for bad weather. This shit has been all man-made for a long time. God never meant for weather to be extreme like this. extreme hot, extreme cold. Why would a loving God want it so hot that it's unbearable, or so cold that it's going to kill you, knowing there's homeless? No, God didn't do it, man did. Evil man. Evil man that with everything else and like everything else, whatever man gets a hold of, he just turns it ugly and fucks it up. Somehow, some way. And we're going to start going down rabbit holes like this. Okay? And hopefully my goal is to help wake people up to the evils around us. Some people don't like to hear it, but it is what it is. If you do, stick around because things are going to get good. Okay? I'm doing okay, or are you still on here? Guess not. But anyways, I haven't been on for a while and thought I'd pop in, fill you in on what's going on. Life just took a turn for busy for me. So I apologize for that. My friend JD will probably catch this on the rerun. So shout out to JD. His channel is Making the Cut. So go check his stuff out. And also, if you want, go to channels on Rumble, like News Treason Channel 17 and Joe Rambo and Friends, Patriot Underground. They can all be found on Rumble, and start listening to these guys. These are guys that know what they're doing, know how to break down comms and events of the day and tell you what's going on a lot better than I can. But humor yourself and go down some of these rabbit holes. Start opening your eyes to the truth. We've been lied to about everything. So it's time to open our eyes, because something major is getting ready to happen, and it's best wise to be prepared for what's coming down the pipe now. Okay? And until this shit show is over with, I'm going to try my best to put out the truth. And again, like I said, take you down some rabbit holes and go from there. Okay? Redneck Patriot out. Everybody have a nice day.